Anime original content is something I always look forward to in adaptations. It will never not be exciting to see more to a story that I have already loved on paper. The second half of this episode is an anime original, with Mikawa providing the storyboard. So let's take a look at how that content adds to the story. At the end of episode 4, Teitoku defeated Kotesashi with a whopping 16-point lead. Obviously, this has not been the game Kokuto had anticipated. To him, this game is a blasphemy to baseball. He makes a very harsh but on-point speech to the battery, asking them to join Teitoku. From anyone's perspective, transferring to Teitoku is going to be the smarter choice. He has higher quality training, and the coach is already very fond of them. You can see it as getting a full ride to Harvard with a personal invitation from its president. Yet, no one agrees on the spot. On the way back, the Kotesashi team fell into a heavy silence. Kei tries to lighten the mood, but the loss has weighed too heavily on him. It is his inability to catch Haruka's pitches that led to the defeat of his team. When he tries to apologize, Todo instantly cuts him off, telling him that apologizing is not going to change anything. Kei tries to find some comfort from Haruka, but instead he gets... This is actually a very memorable scene for Haruka's voice actor, Masuda Toshiki.
だから球取れっていうところに集約するわけですよ。なるほど。で一気についてはやっぱりこうね2人のこのキャッチボールからずっと延長線上にあるんですけど、それがちょっと叶わないってことに対しての語彙力のなさがアホうんこにつながってるんですよ。なんだったら一番僕この一期の中で一番やってるのが多分球取れとアホとうんこと K です。確かにね。球取れアホうんこ K ですよ。
As Masuda explains, Haruka is not very good with his words. The game has similarly left him with nothing but frustrations. Calling Kei stupid and doo-doo head is the only way he knows how to vent his feelings. Haruka's frustration, however, comes not just from losing the game. He is also upset that Kei isn't catching his pitches and that he can't pitch at full power. In a game, Haruka is at his happiest when Kei catches all of his pitches, and that only happens when no pitches are hit. For Haruka, losing may just be the result of Kei not catching enough of his pitches. This line of reasoning may sound a bit childish, but that is exactly what it is. A lot of the time, Haruka acts more like a child than a teenager. Only a child gets mad when he can't play his favorite game with his best friend. And only a child will abandon all that's given to him just to be with his best friend. When he made that decision to attend Kotesashi, Haruka gave up prestige, scholarship, fame, even his future as a baseball player. And he knows exactly what he gave up, but he is not bothered, because playing with Kei is the most important thing to him. After the group separates, Todo and Chihaya ask each other if they'll be transferring. Both gave vague answers. Sensing this conversation is not going anywhere, the two then ask what they'll get for dinner. Todo wants ramen, Chihaya wants pasta. The two decide to do a batting competition to decide what meal to have. At the batting center, they encounter a surprise, Kei and Yama.
あん時なんで取れなくなっちゃったかな。ちゃんと勝って2人とも送り届ける予定がさ少しもできてねえよ。
I doubt neither Todo nor Chihaya had the intention of transferring to Teitoku in the first place. But seeing Kei's effort consolidates their decision, the decision to stay in Kotesashi. If a person who has lost all memories related to baseball is working so hard to regain what he's lost, what is the reason for them not to? As you can see, the Keystone combo had already put down their pamphlets before entering the batting cage. The duo informs Kei and Yama that they are not going to transfer to Teitoku. Hearing this, Yama finally lets out his feelings. During their walk after the game, Yama remained silent. He knows transferring will be the wiser choice for the four, so he held his feelings in. But the invitation still hits him pretty hard. Yama has already grown to be quite attached to his new friends, so seeing them go is going to be tough. Imagine the relief he feels now knowing the two will stay. The title of this episode is What Led Us to Quit. For Yama, Todo, and Chihaya, the same people that led them to quit, the monstrous battery, is what ultimately led them to stay. Haruka and Kei's argument carries on to the next day. Enraged by Haruka's attitude, Kei decides to practice catching until he can catch again. Yama, Todo, and Chihaya all join to help Kei. At the baseball field, look at what the four is wearing. During the Teitoku game, Kei, Todo, and Chihaya each wore their own fit. But here, all of them are wearing the same style of training uniform. Visually, they are beginning to have the semblance of a team. Kei's practice goes on smoothly until he has to catch with the presence of a batter, something that reminds him of the Teitoku game. Starting at this point, he continuously failed to catch the pitches. Kei quickly sinks into a self-doubting spiral. He is terrified that his lack of skills would drag Haruka down with him. Yet, since episode 1, we, alongside Yama, knows Haruka came to Kotesashi because he will only play baseball if it is with Kei. This is something Todo and Chihaya also know by now. So Kei's idea of Haruka transferring to Teitoku to another catcher is preposterous. Haruka never cared about how good of a catcher Kei is. What matters is that Kei is still catching. This has been something Kei has not understood until now. Until after Todo and Chihaya tells him what Haruka told them the day before. This is the affirmation Kei needs to regain his confidence. The Haruka will not give up on him, no matter what. And fittingly, Haruka just so happens to appear on the baseball field right this moment. Learning Kei is practicing catching, he asks to pitch. Though it is not made clear in the anime, during Haruka's pitch, the storyboard shows Haruka flashing back to a terrified Kei. This flashback distracts him, and the pitch becomes a short hop. As soon as everyone realizes, they each try to do something to help Kei. Chihaya yells that it will be off target. Yama yells that it will be a short hop. Todo tries his best to hit the pitch, so Kei won't have to catch it. They are all looking out for Kei, each in their own ways. They all know the psychological burden Kei will be under if he can't catch this pitch. On the other hand, Kei, who has now overcome his psychological barrier, shockingly catches the pitch. With this catch, the conflict between the duo naturally dissolves. The episode ends with a shot of Todo as a lead up to the next episode. Many of the things Todo says during this practice, alongside the many important details mentioned previously, will be important to the following 2 episodes, where we learn about Todo's past. As mentioned before, the Teitoku game marks the first important change in attitude for Kei. He realizes he does not like losing. I mean, nobody does. But what's more, he does not want to be the reason the team loses. He does not want to let Haruka nor his teammates down. Starting from this point on, Kei is beginning to take practices more seriously. But he's still not necessarily enjoying baseball. His feelings toward it is closer to responsibility. Meaning Haruka still has a long way to go when it comes to accomplishing his goal, but this is a nice step 1. Hello, Potato here. Thank you all for making it to the end of this video. So, I just remembered this is video 5 on Oblivion Battery, a baseball anime, and I have yet to talk about what Koshien actually is, so let me do a quick run through of it. Koshien refers to both the Japanese high school baseball tournament and the name of the stadium that hosts this tournament. The stadium is located in Nishinomiya, a city situated between Osaka and Kobe. The tournaments take place twice a year, once in March, called the Spring Koshien, and once in August, called the Summer Koshien. Spring Koshien, formerly known as the Japanese High School Baseball Invitational Tournament, is an invitational event, as its name suggests. Teams qualify based on their performances in regional fall tournaments held across the country, but the final selection is determined by the Japanese High School Baseball Federation. While top-performing teams from these regional tournaments typically secure invitations, the selection committee also considers factors such as regional balance and compelling storylines. Due to its invitational nature, Spring Koshien is often regarded as a showcase of elite talent, featuring schools with strong traditions and impressive records. Summer Koshien, officially called the Japanese National High School Baseball Championship, is regarded as the most intense and widely celebrated high school sporting events in Japan. Unlike the Spring Koshien, Summer Koshien requires the team to battle through prefectural tournaments to earn their spot. A total of 49 teams qualify, with each prefecture sending 1 representative, with the exception of Tokyo and Hokkaido, which sends 2 due to their larger populations and competitive landscapes. In real life, Kotesashi is a station located in Saitama, a prefecture to the west of Tokyo. The most magical aspect of the Summer Koshien is its reputation for producing miracle moments, where underdog teams pull off stunning upsets. The tournament has seen unforgettable Cinderella stories, last-ending heroics, and legendary individual performances that have become a part of Japanese baseball folklore. One of the most cherished traditions at the Koshien is players collecting handfuls of infield dirt after their final game, whether in victory or in defeat. This practice symbolizes their journeys, struggles, and memories of playing on the grandest stage of high school baseball. In Japan, Koshien is more than just a baseball tournament. It is a deeply embedded part of their sports culture. It represents the values of perseverance, teamwork, and sportsmanship. For many players, coaches, and fans, Koshien is not just a competition, but a lifelong dream, a stage for unforgettable stories and a celebration of the enduring spirits of high school baseball. Beyond its cultural impact, Koshien serves as a launchpad for future professional baseball players. Many of Japan's most reputable baseball stars, including Shohei Ohtani, Yu Darvish, Daisuke Matsuzaka, and Hideki Matsui, first gained national recognition through their performances at Koshien. Scouts from professional teams closely monitor the tournament, and standout players often transition to careers in Nippon Professional Baseball, the NPB, or even Major League Baseball, the MLB. My introduction to Koshien was actually through an episode of Detective Conan, specifically episode 383 titled Miracle at Koshien Ball Park, The Defiants Face a Dark Demon. It is an hour-and-a-half long special and goes into some of the histories and cultures of Koshien, so it is a friendly watch for those who don't know anything about it. And that's all on Koshien for now. Thanks again for making it to the end of this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!